Hi, and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today we're going to do a full length, full body workout. So we're going to work lots of different areas of the body. We're going to keep the class at a nice steady pace, but remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to get started in standing and warm up before we come down onto our mats to continue the class. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to bring our toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight coming to the front of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through your feet. Knees are soft, so not locked back. Hands up onto your pelvis, very gently. We're going to tilt the pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just gently forwards and back. And again, just find that midpoint between those two movements, so that pelvis in that nice neutral position. Core is gently engaged, ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to bring our elbows into our sides to start with and just gently open out through our chest. So palms up to the ceiling, breath in. As you breathe out, opening out, squeeze your shoulder blades gently back and then forwards. Good, and again, opening out, squeezing gently back and forwards. Good. So just engaging those muscles around our shoulder blade as we open those arms wide and just gently opening out through that chest. Keep those shoulders down so that neck's staying long. Well done. Opening out and back. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to open out. As we come back, we're going to push those hands back and away, squeeze the shoulder blades gently back. Good. And again, opening out. Fold back in, push those hands, squeeze the shoulder blades back and away. Good. Opening out, keep the shoulders down, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good, opening out, neck staying long, squeezing back. Lovely. Opening out, squeezing back. Lovely, last couple here. Push back and away. And one last time. And then pushing back and away. Good, lovely, relax those shoulders. Okay, so we're going to go straight into our balance series, keeping those feet that hip width distance. We're going to float our hands up to that shoulder height, come up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, and again, float those hands up onto those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good, so keep those knees going over those toes, nice and controlled as you lower back down. Good, so those knees shouldn't be knocking in, widening. Keeping that hip width distance apart. Good. Floating those hands up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. Now this time we're going to reach our hands up to the ceiling. Keep those ribs soft. Up onto those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. And again, float those hands up onto those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. And again, floating those hands up on those toes. Bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Good. Last few here. Controlling that lift up, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. Well done. And again, reaching up, bend the knees, lower the feet and down. One last time. Reaching up on those toes, bend the knees, lower the feet and floating down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to challenge our balance a little bit more. We're going to bring one leg just in front. We're going to start with just our scissors movement here. So just to start, we're going to flex at the hip and then tap back down. So this leg you're standing on is working hard to support you. So that knee should be soft. We lift up and down. Good. So this is the first level. If that feels enough, you can stay here. But if you can, we're going to raise our hands up together. Keep that leg lifted. We're going to tap our hands under, lift up and down. Good, well done. Okay, and again, same leg. We're going to reach up, arms wide, tap them underneath together, and then lower the leg down. Good, and again, lifting up. Bring those hands under, tapping under, lifting up and down. Good, and again, reaching up. Sort of clapping those hands under that leg and down. Good, and again, reaching up, tapping under, up, and lowering down. Well done. And again, reaching up, tap under, up, lowering down. Very good. A few more here. Lifting up, tap under, up, and lower that leg down. Nice and controlled. Well done. Lift up, tap under, and lowering. One more time. Reaching up, arms wide, tapping under, lift up, and down. Well done. Let's do the same on the other side. So opposite leg in front. Just start with those hip flexions. So keeping that pelvis level, we're going to lift up and tap down. And again, lift up, tap down. That leg you're standing on, knees should be soft. It's working hard to support you as well. So if you can, we're going to bring in those arms again. So we lift up, keep that leg lifted. We're going to tap under, back up and lower down. Good. And again, lifting up. Clap those hands underneath and down. Well done. And again, reaching up, tapping under, back up and lower. Well done. Lifting up, tap the hands under and lower. So nice and control, working on that balance. Well done. That core still gently engaged. Good. Lift up, tap those hands under, back up and down. Well done. And again, lift up, tap under and lower. Last few. Good. Tapping under and lowering. Well done. And again, lift up, tap under, back up and lower. Well done. One last time. Reach up, tap under, back and lower down. Well done. Coming back to that start. Okay, so make sure those feet are still that hip width distance apart. We're going to do a few squats here to start with. So warm up through our legs a little bit more. So remember, imagine you've got that chair behind you. You're going to sit that bottom behind. So we're going to drop down, back and lift up. So again, knees going over those toes as you drop down, lift up. Well done. So keeping those knees at that hip width distance apart. Lovely. Drop down, lift up. Good. And again. Lovely. And one more here. And then back up. Good. Now this time with the right leg, we're going to add some leg lift sideways. So we're going to drop down as we come back up. Take the right leg out to the side. Good. Drop down, lift up, out to the side with that right leg. Good. Drop down, lift up, right leg out to the side. Let's do 5 more. So drop down, lift up, 5. Good. Drop down, lift up, 4. Drop down, lift up, 3. Drop down, lift up, 2. Last one, and 1. Coming back, well done. So we're going to do the same again with the left leg. So we're going to drop down, lift up, left leg out to the side. Drop down, lift up, left leg out to the side. Good. Drop down, lift up, left to the side. Drop down, lift up, left to the side. Well done. Last 5 here. 5. Drop down, lift up, 4. Drop down, lift up, 3. Well done. Drop down, lift up, 2. Last one. And 1. And coming back to that start. Well done. Okay, so knees staying soft, still feet that hip width distance apart. We're going to do a few roll downs from here. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, curl down through that spine, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, gently re-stacking that spine slowly back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, curling slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end here. As you breathe out, gently coming back up into standing. Good. Now this time we're only going to go halfway down, so breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, bring your hands just onto the front of your thigh here. And we're going to do like a mini cat stretch. So we're going to tuck our head under, arch the back up, drop down, look forwards, tuck under again, and then slowly coming back up into standing. Good. Let's do that again. Breath in. As you breathe out, hands just halfway down to the front of your thigh. Tuck that head under, arch the back up, drop down, look forwards, tucking under, and then slowly re-stacking back up. Lovely. Let's do all the way to the ground again this time. Breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands all the way down towards the mat, just as far as you're comfortable. Breath in at the end. Then as you breathe out, slowly re-stacking back up into standing. Perfect. One last time, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling down all the way towards the mat. Take a breath in at your end point, and as you breathe out, slowly re-stacking and gently back up into standing. And relax those shoulders. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come down onto our mats, onto our backs, and continue our class from there. Okay, so we've come down onto the mat to continue our class from here. So we're just going to start by finding that nice neutral position to begin with. So feet and knees that are hip width distance apart. Just to start with, tilt that pelvis forwards and back. Just find that midpoint between those two movements. So that pelvis in that nice neutral position. That core's gently engaged, ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to begin with our hip twist, but we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. So we're going to add our arm movement into this as well. So we're going to let one knee fall out to the side. At the same time, I want to bring the opposite arm out to the opposite side. And then we're going to bring them back in together. So if you can, we're going to breathe out as we open out. Breathe in as you fold back. So breathing out as you open out. Breathe in as you fold back. If that's comfortable here, we can lift a leg up into tabletop. Open, opposite arm, opposite leg, as before. Lower down, opposite leg lifted, opening out. Still keeping that pelvis that nice and level. So those hip bones pointing up to the ceiling. You don't want to feel too much rolling or rotating through that pelvis. If you do, just make that movement a little bit smaller through that leg. Well done. And again, lifting up. So a little bit of an extra challenge adding the opposite arm movement in as well. Bit of coordination as well required as you open out and fold back. Now if that's comfortable there, then you can float both legs up into double tabletop, and we do the same again. But just pick what's comfortable for you. You can mix and match those levels, but just working those muscles nice and control with that movement. So that pelvis staying nice and level. So imagine you've got that kind of spirit level across there, keeping those hip bones level as you open out, fold back together. Breathe out as you're opening out. Breathe in to fold back. Good. Breathing out. Breathing in to fold back. Breathing out. Breathe in to fold back. Well done. Opening out and fold back. Well done. Good. Opening out and fold back. Well done. Opening out to each side. Folding back. Good. Nice and control. Well done. Opening out and folding back. Well done. A few more here. Well done. And fold back. Breathing out. You're opening out. Breathing in to fold back. Good. Lovely. Let's do one more each side. Opening out. Folding back. Opposite side. And then we're going to float those arms back down, and then floating those legs, if they're lifted, back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to work through our hips a little bit more with our scissors movement. So keeping that core gently engaged, we're going to float one leg up into that tabletop. Now with this exercise, we want to keep this knee at that 90-degree angle, and we're going to tap that foot down, lift up and lower. Opposite leg lifted. Tap that foot down, back up and lower. And again, lift up. Tap down, back up and lower. Well done. And again, lift up. Tap down, back up and lower. Well done. And again, lift up. Tap down, back up and lower. So we're alternating sides as you tap down and lift up. Well done. So if that's comfortable here, you can stay at that level, keeping that core engaged. If you can, we can bring both legs up into that double tabletop position. Keep that tummy nice and flat, and we're going to tap down each side. Good. So again, we're still alternating sides. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Breathing out as you lower, breathe in as you fold back if you can, but just not holding your breath. Now you want to watch for that back arching, or you're really doming through that tummy. If that starts to happen, go back to that single leg, and you can always come back to that double leg position. So we're tapping down, lifting up, lowering that leg. Well done. Keeping at that 90-degree angle as you tap down, lift up. Tapping down, lifting up. Well done. And again, tapping down, lifting up. Well done. Keep that control through that center. So if you fancy a little extra challenge, then we can go a little bit faster in this position. So we're breathing in for 2 and out for 2. So we're going in that kind of reciprocal motion, just a little bit quicker. Tapping, tapping, tapping. That's it. Good. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Good. So keeping that tummy flat, keeping that neutral position if you can. So don't let that back arch. If it's finding it too much, just come back to that lower level. Build back up. Well done. A few more here. Breathing in and out. Good. Breathing in and out. Well done. Breathing in and out. Lovely. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Well done. A few more. And out. Breathing in and out. Well done. One more breath in and out. and then coming back to that center, lower those legs down one at a time, back to that start. Well done. Let's bring those knees in, have a hug, and stretch out through that back. Well done. So again, while we're holding this stretch, just take a few nice deep breaths in and out. Release any tension there, just relaxing through that stretch. Well done. Breath in, and as you breathe out, sinking down to that stretch that little bit further. Well done. Breath in, and as you breathe out, relaxing down. Well done. So lowering those legs back down one at a time, back to that start. We're going to go into our double leg stretch from here. So a little bit of upper and lower body coordination again from here today. So we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. We're just going to start with our arms, just to get that movement right to start with. We're going to bring our arms above our head, come around in that D shape, and then coming back to that start. So keeping that connection between those ribs and those hip bones as you bring your arms above your head, coming round and back up. So that's what I want you to think about. You're keeping that control, keeping that connection as you come around and back up. So you're not letting those ribs flare. If you're finding that you're lifting through that upper back, don't go back quite so far with those arms. Just keep that control as you come back and around. Good. Now on this next one, we can add in our leg movement. So if you float one leg up into single tabletop, as you reach your arms above your head, we're going to stretch the leg away and then fold them back together. Good. Opposite leg lifted, reaching opposite arm, opposite leg, folding back together. Good. Breathing out as you're reaching away, breathing in as you fold back. Good. Breathing out as you reach away, breathing in as you fold back. Well done. If that's comfortable, we can bring both legs up into double tabletop. Same again, reaching away, fold back together. So just pick what feels comfortable for you. So we're breathing out as you reach away, breathing in as you fold back. Controlling that movement, making sure those ribs aren't flaring. We're keeping that connection between those ribs and those hip bones. Well done. Around and back. Good. Opening out, fold back together. Lovely. Nice and controlled movement. Just bringing that coordination of that upper body and those legs together. Well done. Opening out and back. Reaching away, folding back. Well done. Opening out and folding back. Reach away and back. Well done. Opening around and back. Good. Opening around and back. A few more here. Well done. Keeping that core engaged. Lovely. Breathing out as you reach away. Breathe in as you fold back. Lovely. Let's do one more each side. Reaching away, fold back, and again. And then we're going to come up. We're going to keep our arms in this position. If you can, we're going to keep our legs in this tabletop. If that feels too much though, lower them back down to that start. So just pick what's comfortable. And we're going to reach our arms above our head again. As you come back round, I want you to reach up into that abdo prep, reach those fingers towards those toes. And as we come back with those arms, we're going to lower the head down. So we come around, as we come forwards, reaching up with that head and then lowering down. Well done. So we're coming around. Reaching up and forwards, lifting those arms up, lowering that head back down. Good. Coming around, lifting up. Well done. Lowering that head down. Coming around, lifting up and lowering the head down. Well done. Coming around, reaching forwards and lowering down. Good. Coming around, reaching forwards and lowering down. Lovely. Few more here. Reaching forwards and then lowering that head down as those arms come back. Good. Few more here. Reaching up and lowering down. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to come around. If you can, we're going to keep lifted. Stay here and we're going to do 8 little pulses. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower that head down, come back round, bring those arms down and lower those legs down one at a time, back to that start position. Well done. Bring those knees in for a quick hug if you want to, just to stretch that out. Well done. Very good. Good. Okay, so lower those legs down. We're going to come round onto our sides from here. So if you've got a thicker block or a little pillow or towel that you're using, you can just use that and pop that under your head. So from here, we're going to have both legs straightened out, just feet slightly in front of you, so there's a very slight flex at the hip there. We're going to keep these hips nice and stacked on top of each other, that core is gently engaged, and we're going to start by lifting this top leg up and out to the side, just as far as comfortable, and then we're going to tap that foot in front, lift up, and then tap behind. So lifting up, tapping in front, lift up, tap behind. So I want you to imagine you've got a little box or something over that lower leg. So we're having to tap over that and then tap behind. So we're lifting up and over that box, tapping in front. Lifting up and over, tapping behind. Well done. So keeping that control through that centre, challenging that control, that core through the centre as we're lifting up, tapping behind. Lifting up, tapping in front. Well done. Keeping those hips stacked as well. Tapping in front, lifting up, tapping behind. Good. Lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Well done. Controlling that movement, lift up, tap behind, lift up, tap in front. So really working those glutes on that side as we're lifting up and tapping in front. Well done. Challenging that control through that centre as well. Lovely. Few more here. So lifting up, tapping in front, lifting up, tapping behind. Well done. Tapping in front, lift up, tapping behind. Few more. Well done. Lift up, tap behind, lift up, tap in front. Make sure you're still going over that box. Hope your box hasn't got too small. So keep lifting up, tap behind, lift up, tap in front. Well done. Lift up, tap behind, lift up, tap in front. Good. Well done. Lift up, tap behind. Well done. One last time. Lift up, tap in front, and lift up, tap behind. Well done. Lower that leg down, bend those knees up. So let's drop that top leg just in front for a minute, give it a little rest, have a little stretch out there. While we're doing that, we can lengthen through that lower leg and do a few little pulses of that inner thigh just to work that here. Keep that upper body nice and relaxed, that core still engaged. We're just pulsing through that lower leg. Well done. Breathing in and out still as we're just pulsing through that lower leg. Well done. Breathing in and out. Good. Breathing in and out. Lovely. One more breath in and out. And then lower that leg down. Well done. So we're going to bring both legs straight out again, just as we did before. Hips slightly flexed, feet just in front of you, those hips staying stacked. And we're going to do our double leg lift. So we're going to bring one leg to start with, just up to hip height, and then lower it back down. So lifting this top leg just to that hip height level, and then lowering down. And again, top leg lifted and lowering. Top leg lifted and lower back down. And again, top leg lifted and lower. Well done. And down. Well done. Top leg lifted and down. So if that feels comfortable, you can either stay here at that level, or you can have your hand in front for a little bit of balance. Lift that top leg, bring the lower leg to join, and then lower them down together. So top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Try not to brace through this hand too much. It's just there for a little bit of support, a little bit of balance. Make sure as well that top leg isn't going higher than that hip height, otherwise you're making it really hard for yourself to join with that lower leg. So we're just lifting that top leg, lower leg to join, lower down together. Top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. So keeping those hips stacked and down together. So top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Well done. Top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. A few more here. If you can, if that starts to feel too much, just go back to that leg lift with that top leg. Good, and down. Top leg lifted, lower to join, lower down together. Well done. Very good. Top leg lifted, lower to join, lower down together. Well done. Let's do one last time. Top leg lifted, lower to join, lower down together. Well done. Bend those knees up. Very good. Okay, so we're going to drop that block onto the floor, have your head at the front of it, arms out in front, and we're going to go into our arm opening stretch. So just have a nice little rotation stretch here. So we're going to lift up that top arm, follow your head round with that on that block, just looking around and back with that arm, and then back to that centre. So lift up that top arm, follow your head round, looking round and back, and then back to that start. Well done. Lift up through that top arm, come around and back, following on that head, just rolling on the block and back. Lifting up, coming around and back to that start. Well done. Lift up through that top arm, coming around and back and then back to that start. Good. Rotating through that upper back, opening out through that chest. Remember, don't pull through your shoulder too much, just bend that elbow if you need to. So we're lifting up that top arm, opening out round and back, and then back to that start. Well done. And again, lift up through that top arm, opening out, and around and back. Well done. Good. Just do a few more here. Just opening out through that chest. Good. Then go around and back, and then back to that front. Perfect. Let's just do one last time, reaching around and back, following with your head, and then back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come round straight onto our front. So we'll use that block again in a minute. If you've got a thinner little pillow you can use just under your head, you can use that, or just have your head onto the mat. You can use to start with your forearms to support you, because we're going to work our legs in this position. Okay, so coming down onto your fronts, make sure your feet are still that hip width distance apart. That core is just engaged, that belly button drawn up towards the spine from here, and we're going to work our legs to start with a one leg kick. So from here, we're going to bend at the knee. So we're going to bend the knee, we're going to flex, point, flex the foot, and lower the leg back down. So we're moving at that ankle and lowering the leg. So we bend the knee first, then move the ankle, and then lower the leg down. Good. So we're lifting up, flex, point, lowering down. Good. So moving through here. So you're getting that nice little bit of ankle movement, moving with purpose as you come through. So if that's comfortable, we can add in a little bit of extension through our hips. So we come up the same, but as we lengthen, we lift and lengthen that leg away. So point, flex, point, extend and lengthen through that leg. Point, flex, point, extend and lengthen that leg. So it's one nice smooth movement as you're lifting and lengthening the leg away. So we're working our hamstrings a little bit here as we bend our knee up and getting that little bit of mobility through the ankle as well. Well done. So moving through, extend and lengthen. So it's that bottom that we want to be extending through that hip. We don't want your back working, so keeping that core engaged and really squeeze those bottom muscles if you need to really extend and lengthen through that leg. Well done. Extending and lengthening. Good. So pointing, flexing, pointing, extending and lengthening. Good. Reaching away. Good. Well done. So it's that nice bit of ankle movement and movement through the knee as well. So really moving all through that leg as we're lengthening away. Well done. Extend and lengthen. Very good. So it's not a big lift, so don't expect to try and lift your leg too far, because actually the hip doesn't extend that far. So just lifting and lengthening as far as you're comfortable. Well done. Extending and lengthening. Well done. And again. Extend and lengthen. Very good. Beautiful. Okay, let's do one more each side. Extend and lengthen. Lovely, last one. And then coming back down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to work our upper body and legs again, a little bit of coordination together if you can. So I'm going to rest my forehead onto that little towel or block that you've got there, or just have your head straight onto the mat. I'm going to bring my arms above my head from here, and my feet just outstretched, that hip width distance apart. Okay, so like we often do in 4-point kneeling, we're going to do our swimming movement here. So that core's gently engaged. I want you to raise one leg off the ground and then lower back down. Opposite leg lifted and then lower. Now if that feels okay, you can stay there, or if you can, we're going to bring the leg lifting again, opposite arm, and then lower down. So thumbs up to the ceiling, lifting opposite arm, opposite leg, lower down together. And again, opposite arm, opposite leg, lower down. Now keep that core engaged, that neck staying relaxed down onto the mat or onto a little pillow or towel there. So we're really working through that upper back around the shoulder blade area as we're lifting and lowering down together. Good, so nice and control. That core still gently engaged. So that bottom's working to lift the leg and lower. Well done. lifting and lowering. Very good. Alternating sides, lifting and lowering. Well done. Just a few more here. Lifting and lowering. Good. Breathing out as you're lifting if you can. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift up. Breathe in as you lower. Lovely. Nice and controlled. That belly button still drawn up towards the spine. Well done. Keeping that core engaged. Perfect. Let's do one more each side. Good. And then we're going to relax those back down. I'm just going to bring my arms now just down, kind of the side of my shoulder level in that sort of L-shaped position. We're going to move feet just slightly wider than those hips. We're going to go into our Cobra stretch from here. So take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to just lift that head, that breastbone, those ribs, just peeling gently off the mat. Take a breath in here. Then as you breathe out, walking that tummy, those ribs, the breastbone, and then that head back down onto the block from here. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up, slowly peeling, coming up into that extension position there, neck staying nice and long. Well done, breath in. And as you breathe out, just slowly walking that tummy, those ribs, breastbone, and then that head back down onto the mat. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up, peeling slowly back up. Well done, breath in here. Then as you breathe out, slowly coming back down onto the mat here. So we do one last time, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting that head, breastbone, peeling those ribs, those tummy, coming slowly back up. Neck staying nice and long, breath in here, well done. Then as you breathe out, walking gently back down onto the mat from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to grab our thicker block again and come onto the opposite side. So we can do the same again. So come round onto your other side. I'm going to come down as we did before. We'll have both legs straightened out. So feet just slightly in front of you. So those hips are stacked on top of each other. Just a little bit of flexion through that hip. That core is gently engaged from here. And we're going to start by lifting that leg up to the side just as far as you're comfortable. And we're going to tap it in front again, lift up, tap behind. So as before, imagine you've got that little box under and on top of that lower leg. So we're going over that box, tapping in front, over the box, tapping behind. Good. Lifting up and over, tap in front, up and over, tap behind. Good. Tapping in front, up and over, tap behind. So keeping that control, challenging that control through that centre here, keeping that core engaged, but also working these glutes hard to lift that leg up and over. Well done. Good. So tapping in front, lift up, tap behind. Lifting up, tapping in front, lift up, tap behind. Well done. Lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Good. Lifting up, tap in front and tap behind. Very good. Lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. Well done. Lifting up, tap behind, and back. Make sure that box isn't getting smaller. Keep that size of that box you're lifting over. Tapping in front, lifting up, tapping behind. Well done. Tap in front, lift over, tap behind. Good. Last few here. Lift over, tap behind. Good. Tapping in front, lift over, tap behind. Excellent. And tap behind. Good. Tap in front. Let's do one more here. Lift over, tap in front, lift over, tap behind. Well done. And lower that leg down, bring those knees in. Very good. So let's give that leg a little rest, stretch it out in front here. While we're resting this top leg, we can lengthen through that lower leg and do a few little pulses of that inner thigh just to work that here. Keep that core engaged though, ribs soft. Just relaxing here as we're pulsing through that lower leg. Well done. So just breathing in and out as we're pulsing through that lower leg. Well done. Breathing in and out. Good. Breathing in and out. Good. One more time. Breath in and out. Good, and then lower that leg down. Very good. So as we did before, we're going to straighten both legs out again. Feet just slightly in front of you, hips stacked on top of each other. And we're going to start by just lifting this top leg just about hip height and then lower back down. So top leg lifted and then lowering. So just lifting that top leg just about hip height and then lower back down. Top leg lifted to that hip height and then lowering. Good. So as we did before, we can either stay here if that feels enough, but if you can, hand in front for a little bit of balance. We're going to lift up this top leg, bring the lower leg to join, lower them down together. So top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Good, and again, top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. So keeping those hips stacked as you're lifting and lowering. Don't brace through the hand too much, just there for a little bit of support. Make sure that top leg's not going any higher than your hip height level. Otherwise you're making it really tricky for that lower leg to join. Good. And again, top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Well done. Keeping those hips stacked and lowering. Top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Well done. Let's do a few more here. Top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Keep that core engaged. Good, and down. Top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Well done. Good, and down. Top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Well done. Let's do one more time. Top leg lifted, lower leg to join, lower down together. Well done. Bend those knees up. Okay, so drop that block down onto the floor, so your head's at the front of it, arms out in front. We're going to go into our arm opening stretch from here. So we're going to lift up this top arm, coming around and back, just following the arm with your head, just rolling on the block. Remember, don't pull through your shoulder too much. Bend that elbow if you need to. We're just coming around and back, opening out through that chest. Good. And just stretching through that upper back. Well done. And then coming back to that start. And again, lifting through that top arm, opening out, coming around and back. And then back to that start. Good. Lift up through that top arm. Rotating around. And then folding back. Good. Opening out through that chest. And folding back. Lovely. Just do a few more here. Lifting up, that head just rolling on that block, looking round and back. And then coming back to that start. And again, lifting up, coming around and back. And then back to that start. Very good. And let's just do one more here. Lifting up through that top arm, coming around and back. And then back to that start from there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to drop that block to the side. And we're going to come round onto our backs from here. So just coming down onto your back. Okay, so feet and knees that hip width distance apart, as we've done before. Just to begin with, just tilt that pelvis if you need to quickly. Just find that nice neutral position. That core's engaged, ribs soft, collarbones wide. So relax those arms down by your side, and we're just going to go into a few bridges from here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. As you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up. Breath in here. As you breathe out, slowly walking that spine back down onto the mat. Good. So we're lifting and lowering, keeping that control, using those bottom muscles to help lift and lowering that back down. Well done. Tucking under, lifting up. Very good. And then slowly walking that spine back down. Well done. And again, lifting up. Floating up. Keep that bottom engaged. Well done. And then slowly coming back down. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to lift up. Coming up into that bridge, we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. We're going to take one arm back behind you. Come back, keeping that bottom lifted, opposite arm back and forwards. And again, each side, taking these arms back and lifted, opposite arm and back, and then lowering slowly back down onto the mat. Well done. Float the hands down to join. Good. We're going to do that again. So tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge, float the hands up towards the ceiling, keep that bottom lifted. We're going to take the arm back again and forward. So little arm scissors movement, arm back, and again, keeping that bottom lifted, arm back behind you, forwards. If you can, we're going to do one more each side here. Those arms, good, and back. Breath in. As you breathe out, walk that spine back down, float the hands down, good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up, holding that there. Last one here, we're going to float our hands up to the ceiling. We're going to take the arm scissors back again and forward. Opposite arm, well done. Keep that bottom lifted, good. Reaching back, and again, each side if you can, as we did before, good. And if you can, we're going to add one more each side with those arms. Well done. Back, and then breath in. As you breathe out, walk that spine down, and then float the hands back down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to stretch out a little bit more with our opposite arm, opposite leg movement. So we're going to reach one leg either along or just hovering above the ground here. And at the same time, we're going to reach the opposite arm above your head, and we're going to fold them back together. So reaching opposite arm, opposite leg, fold back together. So we're breathing out as we're reaching away, breathing in as you fold back. Breathing out as we reach away, breathe in as you fold back. Well done. Breathing out. Breathing in as you fold back. Well done. Breathing out as you reach away. Breathe in as you fold back. Excellent. Good. Now make sure you're keeping that connection between those ribs and those hip bones that I was talking about earlier. Making sure you're not letting those ribs flare as you bring your arm above your head. So don't go quite so far back with that arm if you need to. Keep that control. If you want to challenge it a little bit further, we can bring both legs up into double tabletop and do the same movement again from here. Reaching, opposite arm, opposite leg. So really just lengthening out through the body, just feeling that lengthening movement as we reach opposite arm, opposite leg. Very good, well done. Reaching away and folding back. Reaching away and folding back. Well done. Reaching away and fold back. Perfect. A few more here. Breathing out as we lengthen, breathing in as you fold back. Breathe out as you lengthen, breathe in as you fold back. Well done. Breathe out as you lengthen, breathe in as you fold back. Well done. Let's do one more each side. And then just lowering those legs back down. Well done. I'm going to stretch out here, so arms down by your side or out to the side of you. We're going to drop those knees over to one side. Turn your head to the opposite side if you can. Then use those toe muscles to bring those knees back up. And then over to that opposite side. So opening out through that spine, coming back up and over to that opposite side. Good. So just drop those knees over, turning that head. Just a nice gentle stretch. It's a nice movement to do. It feels good. Opening out through that spine, coming back up and looking to that opposite direction. Well done. A few more here. Coming back up and dropping those knees over, turning that head. Well done. Coming back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. Just the last few. Good. Drop those knees over, turning that head. Let's do one more each side. Dropping over, coming back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. Bring those knees back up, bring those hands back down by your side. Okay, so we're going to stretch out through our bottom muscles to start with. We're going to put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. We're going to hold this stretch here. So taking a nice deep breath in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch that little bit further if you can. Holding that here. So breath in. As you breathe out, relaxing down. And again, breath in. And as you breathe out, relaxing down into that stretch, just that little bit further if you can. Again, breath in. And out, relaxing down. Well done. Good. So we're going to lower that leg back down. Do the same on the other side, so opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there again. If that's enough of a stretch, just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up and towards you. Again, just as far as you're comfortable. We're going to hold this stretch here. So just take a few nice deep breaths in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just relax down into that stretch that little bit further if you can. Holding that stretch, good. Breath in and out. And again, breath in and out. Relaxing down into that stretch that little bit more. Well done. One more breath in and out from there. Very good. Lowering that leg down. Okay, so we're going to stretch to our hamstrings now. Knee up to the ceiling, lengthen through the back of the leg. Feeling that stretch through the back of the leg. Use your hand to support the leg there if you want to. Toes pointing up to the ceiling. And just give a nice stretch through the back there. Well done. So just holding this stretch. Very good. Breathing in and out. No tension in the upper body as we're holding through that stretch. Then if you can, we're going to just stretch through the ankle. So we're going to point and flex that foot. Just changing that stretch slightly. Well done. And then pointing those toes back to the ceiling again. Well done. Breathing in and out. Very good. And then lower the leg down. Do the same on the other side. Knee up to the ceiling. Lengthen through the back of the leg. Holding that stretch here. Lengthen through the back of the leg. Good. Just having a nice stretch. Very good. Breathing in and out. Good. Then we're going to point and flex through the ankle. Well done. Pointing and flexing. Very good. Just gently mobilising through that ankle. And then holding that stretch again. Toes pointing up to the ceiling. Lengthen through the back of the leg. Breath in and out. Good. One more breath in and out. And then lower that leg down. Very good. We're going to come back up into sitting. Just to finish with a few gentle stretches from here. Okay, so as we did in the beginning, we're going to bring our elbows into our sides, shoulders down, neck nice and long. We're just going to do a few chest openings. So we're going to open out, squeeze the shoulder blades gently back and forward. So neck long, opening out and back. Good. So breathing out and in. Lovely. Opening out through that chest and back. Now from here, we're going to open out, reach the arms away, palms down, palms up, and fold back in. Good. And again, opening out, reaching away. Palms down, palms up, and fold back in. Good. And again, open out, reach away. Palms down, palms up, and fold back. Good. Opening out, reach away. Palms down, palms up, and fold back in. Lovely. One last time. Opening out, reach away. Palms down, palms up, and fold back in. Lovely. Bring those hands together in that little prayer position. We're going to reach down, a little stretch through those forearms here. Hold this position, and as we breathe out, we're going to rotate around one side. Breath in, and as you breathe out, back to that centre. And again, as you breathe out, rotating around the opposite way. Breath in, and as you breathe out, back to that centre. And again, each side. Rotating around, and back to that centre. Well done. Last time. Rotating around and then back to that centre. Relax those arms down, relax those shoulders. Fantastic. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the class today. Thanks for joining us and hopefully see you again.